Hey guys, Dantix here, today bringing you the top 50 tips and tricks you should know before starting or continuing your journey in Borderlands 4. So let's get right into it. You'll be forced to use your zipline in most boss fights as part of the mechanics, however you may not realize that you can use your zipline against some basic enemies as well. You can, for example, zipline shields away from Zerkers. In Carcadia Burn, there's a side mission called Vend of the Line. Do it after you hit max level, as it always gives a legendary item and you don't want to waste the guaranteed one. Not much of a tip, but make sure, especially if you're on PC, that you rebind your keys right away. You'll be using your grapple, ordnance and skills a lot, so you should, at the very least, put them on your mouse button 4 or 5. Find dialogue annoying? Well, you can skip cutscenes by holding a button. You can also walk away from NPCs that are talking to you and they will continue comms over your echo device. So walk away and listen while you're stocking up on ammo and looting chests. You can even jump on your digirunner and take off towards the next objective. At most safe houses you'll find, there will be bounties on the wall. These are repeatable missions with immediate rewards. You can only accept 5 at a time, but it's good to have them as they'll naturally be completed while you complete some other missions, but don't go out of your way for them, they'll always be there. Did you know you can power slide like in Mario Kart with your digirunner by turning while holding the boost? Let it go to get one. Entering these rifts will spawn a world boss for you to beat. Doing so will net you a high chance of great loot, however if you leave the bubble or take too long, the boss will vanish. If you don't want to end up alone with nothing to show for it, get good. Occasionally you'll run into little bubbles and ripples in bodies of water. Using your zipline you can start a little fishing minigame, pulling up random bits of junk and occasionally an item. You'll have to catch the items mid-air to collect them before they plunge back down and are lost forever. Who knows, with good aim and good timing you could strike gold. Flying enemies are everywhere in this game and are very annoying, but did you know there's an easy way to take care of them? First, find a way to do cryo damage. Next, profit.
Ooh, bitch.
If you want to feel like you're playing Far Cry, keep an eye out for these cages. You can shoot them to release the angry creatures inside, who will fight for you, at least temporarily. When you see the Vault Key Fragment Detected icon on your screen, this is a game of hot and cold. 4 bars means you're close and 1 bar means you're far, simple enough. Find the fragment, then 2 others in the region. After that, on your map, there should be a revealed vault door. At least you need to go to its rough location and find it as well. Once you do, you'll be able to enter the vault, fight the challenges and be rewarded with a permanent upgrade to your jump pack, as well as some loot, of course. Capturing silos will help you find these vault key fragments, as revealing the map will eventually reveal one's rough location, but did you also know you can zip line up the balloon? If you don't activate your jump pack, you'll slowly glide around once at the peak without using the jump pack's fuel, letting you get to hard to reach destinations. You may have noticed missions, when you accept them, have random rewards listed. In order to claim these rewards and even rewards from the golden path, you have to go into your inventory. On the side is where you claim them. You get randomly generated loot from the pool you have access to at the rarity listed. Some missions even give unique cosmetic rewards, like this hat. Did you know that alongside the series staple energy shields, Borderlands 4 has armor shields? If you want an in-depth breakdown, check out my all new features video. But to summarize, armor gives a flat damage reduction while you have it, while energy shields don't. Armor regenerates 1 pip at a time, even when you're under fire, while energy shields regenerate fully, much faster when you haven't taken damage. Both have their pros and cons, so keep an eye out. If your Vault Hunter's passives or loot says shield, the effect applies to both armor and energy shield varieties, so yes, there are some nutty builds with armor. Did you know that being aggressive actually helps keep you alive? Similar to the latest Doom iterations, health and armor pickups will drop off enemies. Even energy shield pickups do as well, but in the case of armor, getting back to a full pip serves much better than energy shields because of the nature of the damage reduction, so keep an eye out on the ground. Very rarely you'll run into loot versions of enemies. This one, Loot Psycho, will try not to actively engage you and will vanish if not killed fast enough. Naturally, hunting these pinatas down and popping them will give you some yummy drops. It goes without saying, but try not to get too attached to your gear while leveling. Test out almost everything you find because the stats don't do each weapon justice. Take a look at these teleporting grenades. They completely changed how I used ordnance. So the more you use a weapon manufacturer and complete the challenges by doing so, the higher rank vehicle part you unlock. You can see here that by using a lot of Jacob's weapons, I've unlocked a high level Jacob's hover drive. So maybe you want to pick the drive you like and use that manufacturer more than others. Enemies will try their best to get out of damaging effects you place on the ground. So try to have ways to stop that, like cryo-based weapons or your skills that hold them in place. That footage leads into this. Some enemies will leave behind a void or singularity when they die, sucking you into it before it explodes. You simply can't run away. You need to jump then dash to break free effectively. Why not use the void on your enemies? Sometimes the effect drops on grenades, so equip it, suck them in, and enjoy. Speaking of dodging, some enemies and most bosses require you to dodge out of the way. It's easy to do, press to the side, then press the dodge button. If you're in the air, you can dodge in any direction. It will, however, use up your jump pack meter. Later on in the game, you'll start seeing loot drop with firmware on them. Firmware is set bonuses that you can, once you finish the game, transfer onto other pieces of loot to help you make a set. If one drops, it'll have the digital effect on the beam like this. If you're having trouble with crawlers, keep in mind the puzzle usually requires you to throw the object up high somewhere before climbing up there yourself. If you attempt to climb while holding something, you'll drop it. Remember, a quick zip line will save it from rolling away and despawning. Don't forget that most guns have a secondary fire mode, and some even have an underbarrel weapon. These weapons seem to deal far more damage than the regular fire mode. For example, check out the underbarrel knife launcher, one-shotting an enemy that would normally take 3. The downside is they have less ammo, and that ammo regenerates slowly over time. Some enemies, like these ones, are so much easier with a little bit of area of effect damage, aka splash damage. You're going to need as many quick travel points as you can in Borderlands 4, so never miss an opportunity to capture one, or silos, both of which you can quick travel to. They also provide places to sell your gear and buy more. Main bases in each region will have areas to bank, respec, and more. Yes, you can respec your build, but it does cost an ever-increasing amount of credits comparative to how much you have. I've said it many times, but don't forget about your ordnance slot. You can actually throw ordnance as you're reloading your weapon to animation cancel and skip the reload. Very useful. Not seeing class mods?
Hey, relax, guy.
They unlock once you hit level 20. You may have also noticed enhancements. These gear pieces give a specific manufacturer bonus. So if you have a bonus to Ripper guns, any Ripper guns or guns that have a Ripper part will get the bonus. However, the text below the enhancement modifier apply universally. Check out how fast this Ripper enhancement has made this gun. You might end up finding that you kill yourself more than your enemies kill you. Be very careful with high explosives. If an enemy gets in your face and you use them, you can and will die. You dish out more damage than you can take. Sometimes there's little narrative payoffs of letting conversations play out or letting a NPC wait for you.
Passwords have gotten weird too. They used to be simple. Hail the Ripper Queen. Easy.
Atlas is making a return in Borderlands 4, but as a manufacturer part you'll find on weapons. You'll be surprised just what can home in on enemies, including shotgun pellets and large caliber sniper shots. health doesn't regenerate on its own. You need gear that has health regeneration, passives or skills, or even use the new rep kit item. So keep that in mind, or you might go into a fight with less health than you intended. It wouldn't be Borderlands if you couldn't abuse the high ground. You may have noticed me throwing knives in some footage. Jacob's brand grenades are actually just knives, so any passive or gear that refers to grenades also applies to knives. Some even come with the added effect of dropping explosives from them, so they get headshot crits and they drop explosives. It's very useful. Some enemies are disguised as explosive barrels and will run at you, so watch your back. Suicidal rippers though are much more obvious. You'll hear the beeping a mile away. When you do, try to find them and shoot their grenade, instant killing them.
Easy, Tiger. Pretty sure punching ain't in the repair manual.
You can use your digi-runner to extend your jump, as it doesn't use your jump pack's fuel and gives you a little boost vertically when you exit. Also, it can be used at the end of a jump to extend its distance if you're just short otherwise. Why not cheese the game and switch to your digi-runner mid-combat? It does pitiful damage, but it soaks damage up, giving you time to regenerate. Note this can't be done indoors or when you see this little icon bottom right. Look at this class mod, and they doubted me that Vex makes for the best sniper because at that stage no one had seen the class mods. Ironic. Don't bother with the combat ground slam unless you're aiming and spec'd into it. Don't bother with the cache collection content in the game until you at least have a close fast travel point. They're a huge pain because doing anything while holding them except shoot will drop them. Loot capsules though, sometimes they can be super easy to hand in. When you drop to fight for your life mode, you'll be reduced to hip firing your weapon. With specializations, you can upgrade this to letting you aim down sights, but still, that's all you can do. Did you know that some action skills though will stay up, like Rafa's Peacebreaker cannons, making it so you can easily return to your feet if you time death correctly. Enemies of a particular type are incredibly resistant to that elemental type. However, keep an eye out for elemental eaters. They'll be fully immune to the type but also heal off the elemental damage you do. Make sure you have other ways to hurt these kinds of enemies. If you're lost, don't forget you can use Echo 4. It even develops a path through zip line points. Specializations don't unlock until you finish the game. From that point, you'll start gaining specialization experience and you can put points in order to further your character. I would say finish the main line quickly in order to start gaining specialization points, but it's just not fun that way. Finish the way you want to finish. Also, when you finish the game, you'll unlock the Maurice vendor, which teleports around the map and can be used once. It seems to give legendary items. When I say once, I mean it teleports immediately after you buy one thing, and then I think it takes around a week to come back. The endgame cave missions are extremely hard, so try to save them for when you have a group. Finishing the game leads to a mission to unlock Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. Once you have unlocked it, you'll get better loot drops and more activities. However, it also allows you to make level 30 characters who have completed the main mission, ready to jump into endgame content. So thanks for sticking it out this far. If you liked the video or learned something new, I'd appreciate you doing the typical YouTube stuff. I'll be back with tons more Borderlands 4 content. Until next time, ciao friends.